we're in the final stages of completion of Optimus 3, which is really going to be by far the most advanced robot in the world. Nothing's even close.
Tesla Bot Gen 3 is here, and it might be the most unsettling technology Elon Musk has ever revealed. This is not a concept. It's not a prototype struggling to walk across a stage. This version moves with purpose. It reacts in real time. It learns faster than anything Tesla has built outside of its self-driving cars. For the first time, it actually feels real. What makes this moment so important is not just what the robot can do today, but how quickly it is improving. Each new version is getting better at a speed that feels hard to track. And if that pace continues, we are not just looking at a new product. We are watching the start of something that could change how people work, earn money, and live their daily lives. From the start, Elon Musk never saw the Tesla bot as just another tech project. This idea is much bigger. It is about solving one of the biggest problems in the world: labor. Many industries are already struggling to find workers. Populations are getting older, costs are rising, and there are many jobs that people simply do not want to do anymore. Jobs that are repetitive, tiring, or even dangerous. Musk looked at this and saw a clear opportunity. Instead of building more apps or software, Tesla decided to build workers, real physical workers that can operate in the same world humans do. That is why the robot is designed to look like a person. It can walk into a factory, a warehouse, or even a home without needing everything to be redesigned. This idea changes the game. If one robot can do the work, then thousands can. If thousands can work, then millions can. Labor is no longer limited by how many people are available. It becomes something you can scale almost endlessly. At first, though, it did not look impressive. The early versions of the Tesla bot were hard to take seriously. The first generation was slow, stiff, and clearly unfinished. At one point, it had to be carried on stage during a presentation. That moment alone made many people doubt the entire project. The second version improved some things, but not enough to change public opinion. Movement still looked robotic. The tasks it could perform were basic. Critics said Tesla was wasting time. Some compared it to other robotics companies and said it was far behind. Many people believed it was just another bold idea that would never fully work, and for a while, that seemed fair. The gap between vision and reality looked huge. However, Tesla has a pattern. It does not always impress early, but it builds quietly in the background. Progress comes slowly at first, then suddenly everything speeds up. While people were focusing on early demos, Tesla was collecting data, improving systems, and training its AI. That is why Gen 3 feels so different. It is not just a better version, it is a major step forward. The movement is smoother and more natural. The robot no longer looks like it is struggling to balance. It walks with confidence. It adjusts to its surroundings without needing constant input. Instead of following strict commands, it can understand what is happening around it. This shift is important. In the past, robots needed very detailed instructions for every action. Now, the Tesla bot can be given a goal, and it figures out how to complete it. That makes it far more useful in real-world situations where things are always changing. Another key advantage comes from data. Tesla has access to massive amounts of real-world information through its cars. These vehicles are constantly recording how humans behave, how they move, and how they respond to different situations. That same approach is now being used to train the robot. At the center of Gen 3 is a powerful AI system that learns in a way that feels closer to how humans learn. It is not just following code, it is observing, adapting, and improving over time. The robot can learn from experience. If it makes a mistake, it adjusts. If it finds a better way to do something, it remembers. Over time, its performance improves without needing to be manually reprogrammed. One of the most interesting parts is shared learning. When one robot learns something new, that knowledge can be applied to others. This creates a network of machines that improve together. Each update makes the entire system smarter. This kind of learning changes what robots are capable of. Instead of being limited to a small set of tasks, they can expand their abilities over time. What they can do today is only the beginning. The physical design of the robot has also improved in a big way. The hands are more advanced, allowing for precise movements. It can pick up small objects, handle tools, and perform tasks that require careful control. These are things that older robots often struggled with. The way it moves is also more fluid. It no longer looks stiff or unnatural. The motion is smoother, which helps it operate safely around people. That is an important factor, especially if these robots are going to work in shared environments. Strength is another key area. The robot is strong enough to handle heavy work, but it is designed to stay controlled. This balance matters. A robot that is too powerful could be dangerous, while one that is too weak would not be useful. Gen 3 finds a middle ground that allows it to be both effective and safe. When you combine this physical ability with its AI, the result is something that feels very different from traditional machines. It is not just a tool, it is a system that can act, adjust, and improve. The real impact becomes clear when you look at what the robot can actually do. In factory settings, it can move materials, assist in assembly, and handle repetitive tasks. In warehouses, it can sort items and transport goods. These are jobs that require consistency and endurance, which robots are well suited for. In more controlled environments like homes, it can help with basic tasks such as organizing items or carrying objects. While it is not perfect, it is already showing signs of being useful in everyday situations. One of the most important abilities is learning by watching. A human can perform a task, and the robot can observe and begin to understand it. Over time, it gets better at repeating that task. This reduces the need for complex programming. This ability lowers the barrier to using robots. You do not need a team of engineers for every new function. You can simply show the robot what to do. That makes the technology much more accessible. Despite all these benefits, there is a growing sense of unease around this technology. The concern is not about how the robot looks, but what it represents. The speed of progress is one reason. Technology that improves this quickly can be hard to control. What seems manageable today could become much more powerful in a short time. Another concern is jobs. If robots can perform physical work more efficiently and at a lower cost, many roles could change or disappear. Industries like manufacturing, logistics, and retail could see major shifts. This does not mean all jobs will vanish, but it does mean the job market could change faster than expected. People may need to learn new skills or move into different types of work. There is also a deeper question about independence. As machines become more capable, they rely less on direct human control. This raises questions about how much decision-making should be given to machines. Elon Musk has said that safety is a priority, but the reality is that this level of technology is still new. There are many situations that have not been fully tested. The economic impact could be huge. Labor is one of the biggest expenses for businesses. If robots can take over a large portion of that work, costs could drop significantly. This could lead to cheaper products and higher efficiency. Companies that adopt this technology early may gain a strong advantage. They can produce more with fewer resources. This could change competition across entire industries. At the same time, not everyone benefits equally. Workers in physical roles may face more uncertainty. New jobs will appear, but they may require different skills. This creates a gap between those who can adapt quickly and those who cannot. The long-term vision behind this technology is even bigger. Musk has spoken about a future where robots handle most physical labor. In that world, goods become easier and cheaper to produce. People would have more time to focus on creativity, learning, and personal goals. This idea sounds promising, but it depends on how resources are managed. If only a small number of people control the robots, the benefits may not be shared widely. If access is more equal, the impact could be very positive. There are also important ethical questions. How should these machines be regulated? Who is responsible if something goes wrong? How do we prevent misuse? As society becomes more dependent on machines, there is also the risk of over-reliance. If systems fail or are misused, the consequences could be serious. Governments and organizations will need to think carefully about how to manage this technology. Right now, it is clear that Tesla Bot Gen 3 is more than just another product. It is a sign of where things are heading. The changes it represents are already starting, even if they are not fully visible yet. The future it points to is not far away. It is developing step by step, with each improvement building on the last. The real question is not whether robots will become part of everyday life. That is already happening. The real question is how people will adapt to a world where machines can do more and more of the work. Once that shift reaches a certain point, it will be hard to reverse. And the choices made now will shape how that future looks for everyone.